Ooh, right. We got that SongSong and Hoang action again. I love these two players, to be honest with you. I think SongSong is one of my favorite people to watch, as well as Hoang. Song always goes for something weird. Chinese player playing as the Japanese today, and Huang. I wonder what is he going for? Oh yeah, that's right. He's going for the Celts. Now, last time we saw SongSong face up against Huang, we saw a very aggressive feudal age from SongSong. I wonder if we're going to see another aggressive feudal age play, and whether or not any militia will be built from Huang. Huang oftentimes goes for a drush into a fast castle, and then he goes for a siege, monk, and knight push. Now, when I say siege, I really do mean any kind of scene. It is quite common for Huang to go for rams first for whatever reason. He used to often go for mangonels first, but nowadays he is going for rams. I really preferred it back in the day when he was going for mangonels. I think that's a slightly stronger, less all-in-z move. But then again, rams absolutely destroy all the buildings, but you have to have enough military behind it for it to pan out. And SongSong is crazy. Prime example. SongSong is taking Huang's fort, and it does look like Huang realizes this. And just like in the last game, there was some laming going on. There is some laming going on in this game as well. Let's see if Huang can. Oh, very nice block, and that board is going back. And now Huang definitely has the advantage in terms of scout HP. And I say this so many times, like whenever I see a Huang game, I'm almost like expecting laming. Okay, what's that villager doing? Just making sure. It looks like that scout is going to be brought to that villager so that the scout war can be won, but I could be mistaken in that regard. Yeah, it does look like he's just going to take the long way around. What is this villager? Okay, he is producing some walls on the front there. Meanwhile, berries, pretty standard stuff. That does mean that we're going to see a mill pretty soon from... Yep, there is the mill. And look, that villager is perfectly protected. Unless archers come along, then this could be quite detrimental for SongSong over here. And getting the boar. I mean, this is just high level stuff. Everything looks so clean, already constructing no walls. Every single house, even that beginning house, which a lot of people just kind of plop down somewhere, well, even that house is being used to form some sort of a wall off. And it looks like Hoang is going to have a pretty good time walling this small wall down here, and then some sort of a wall over here. This could be a little bit awkward because he does want to probably take his main gold. So I wonder if he goes for something like this, or if he goes for a straight wall and then another straight wall, and then, ooh, that's quite a bit of walling that he needs to do if he does want to wall. Meanwhile, Huang, making a small mistake, did run into that TC, I know, because his HP is so low, and now SongSong can all of a sudden win that scout war. That, it seemed like a big deal. Like, I lose Jeffrey all the time. Jeffrey dies so many times. Jeffrey is my scout. He does not do a good job most of the time. Probably because he has a very poor army commander. And yeah, now Huang has to run back to his CC, and maybe he can get a snipe in there if SongSong isn't paying attention. Go, 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 go! Oh, misses! Oh, misses! Oh! That is really unfortunate, but at least that keeps Huang's scout alive. And I really gotta keep paying attention to everything. It looks like more passive play from Song, maybe expecting those militia already. Small wall here, big walls there. Okay, I'd like that. And let's see what revolve is going to be from Huang. Or is he just going to leave this open? It could be quite possible to leave this open. Wait a second. Where are these guys going? Oh, they're going to go to the deer. They're going to go far deer. And I would not be surprised if we saw some sort of a mill. Relatively fast feudal from Huang. Are we going to see feudal age aggression? I don't think this is quite enough to go fast castle right away. And yeah, we are going to see a move. You are going to take deer that are super far away. Now the interesting thing is that SongSong, his deer are also relatively far away. So your deer spawn the same radius away as your opponents. So check that out. Yeah, that seems about right. About one screen length. And here it's about one screen length as well. I think SongSong got slightly better deer spawn, but he is not taking them, so that's definitely in Hoang's advantage. And it doesn't look like any militia are being produced, just going into fuel. And I wonder if Hoang can make Castle Age happen behind this. I honestly doubt it. I don't think we're going to see a fast castle from him, whereas from SongSong, a fast castle seems to be on the menu easily. He does know that he's not taking the deer though, so that is something. And that scout is way too weak, even with that fuel age, speed, and attack bonus to take that out. Or am I wrong? Yeah. Oh, I was so close to being wrong. 2 HP. And what? What? How did I? Oh man. I'm feeling kind of dumb now because there is one militia, but that militia is not going to find any damage whatsoever. There's no damage to be had. Oh, but you know what is to be had? Deer stew. Killing absolutely every single one of those deer. Oh man, you gotta love Hoang games just for laning. And this is the thing about Hoang. You don't know how many militia. He could be building 10 militia. He could be building 1 militia. Boom. Deaded. And he's probably gonna dead this one as well. Would be funny if that deer trapped him into that lion. That would be something. And both players are in feudal age, and like I said, I don't think a fast castle is completely realistic. But that being said, no additional villagers are being produced, so a fast castle is still, yeah, okay, it is being done, but it wasn't perfect. Click up right away, but he did have to build those buildings as well, so that was pretty good. I'm actually quite impressed that Hoang managed to get to Castle Age, because I definitely would not have been able to do that. And this is still quite open. I wonder if he wants to wall that small section off eventually. These deer are also now gone, but definitely nice play from him, taking out SongSong's deer. Get every single small advantage that you can get. Archers being built is up to castle as well, a difference of about 30% there. So let's see if Hoang can make it count in the beginning. I do expect some villagers to come forward. Yet there they are. 4 villagers. Normally we see the Hoang 2, but this time going for the Hoang 4. Building that stable right in the front there. It does have another house coming up, so he doesn't maintain a house for too long. Another house coming up, and SongSong should spot this right on the front of this base. Meanwhile, Hoang is spotting that there are archers potentially on the prowl, and both scouts and archers are being produced before SongSong is Castle Age. We're gonna see a Siege Workshop would be my expectation. It does have 200 now. Oh, he's going to build that really, really close to take out those production buildings. But there are archers behind already. That can be a little bit risky. And they are already being shot. Fleshing on the way as well. But that being said, castle! Ding, 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 ding! And there comes the Siege Workshop. And now these spearmen and that one militia is even being done. Is going to keep this relatively safe. Is going to go for those archers probably with a knight. So that knight is going to come forward and try and kill these archers. And this could be really, really good for Hoang. Because one knight absolutely wrecks scouts and wrecks archers as well in small numbers. Only when you have large numbers of archers do they destroy knights. So you need quite a bit. It doesn't seem like Hoang is even concerned about this backward push that is happening. You're trying to look for some damage over here. One of those scouts is super duper weak. The other one is full HP. And here comes the ram. This is what Hoang likes to do. Ram it up. That stable does look like it's going to be going down. Another ram is being produced. And let's see if there's any damage to be had in the back of Hoang's base. It does look like he's going to find a mangold, and that is dangerous. That's why I was thinking that he was going to go for some kind of a wall out here. But he is just going to choose to fight this for the time being. That one scout goes down, but the villager also gets popped. Meanwhile, Hoang is through, and this is terrible for SongSong. Those spearmen getting put in the ramp to even add a little bit of, and then Militia. That Militia is getting value. Meanwhile, how are you going to clear up these two archers? That is going to be kind of tricky as another villager goes down on that main gold. That is horrible. Okay, there is the knight finally. I thought he was going to do this a little bit earlier, but looks like he lost a little bit of track of his army. Does have to make sure that these rams stay alive. If those rams go down, that could spell disaster. And I love the villagers repairing behind the ram. Those villagers cannot be targeted because the ram actually kind of acts as a wall. It's the same reason that fire ships cannot shoot over palisades. And the knights kind of protecting these rams. Really good play from Hoang here. As I have to sneeze in. Oh my goodness. Absolute devastation. GG is called. Wow, we saw SongSong destroy Hoang, and now Hoang right back at you, SongSong. I think we need to have a decider at some point. That was great. I love watching these two guys. SongSong didn't go for something crazy this time, something that he's very comfortable with. He kind of went for a fast castle, thought that he could handle Hoang's strategy, but Hoang's strategy can take you by surprise, especially when it destroys your production buildings, and then you have to build additional ones. Very nice job on taking out those mangonels. Really smart to garrison his spearmen in those rams to then hop out and surprise! Surprise! We're here to kill your mangonels and those nice, absolutely devastating SongSong. Let's take a quick look over here. 14 to 12, actually in SongSong's favor, but the buildings raised, that really makes a huge difference. The amount of production, and look how much army. Tons of spearmen. Ram's also quite cheap in comparison to a mangonel. And it looks even, but SongSong won't have his CC pretty soon. He's going to be losing additional villagers, and it's all going to go downhill from here. Although he definitely could have tried for a little bit longer, but these pros, they know when it's GG. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for walking, and remember, keep walking, don't run. Take it easy. Peace!